Spotlight today is on a young Nigerian model, Olanike, who recently had her face splashed on magazines in Mexico and Canada. She shares a story of how she grew up hating her height and how she became an international model within her first year of modeling professionally. Do enjoy this.
These are magazine pages from journals in Mexico and Canada. What they have in common is the Nigerian model gracing those pages. Young Olanike Omokanye stands at 6.2 feet, a unique attribute that is getting her all the attention and finally led her into modeling. Surprisingly though, the height has not always been a blessing for her.
No, actually, I actually didn't like it. I wanted to be shorter because I was always the tallest among my peers. So it's made me feel indifferent about myself. But then I grew up and I changed my mindset. And now I'm confident.
She inevitably gave in to modeling a little over a year ago as she finally yielded to the piling pressure from friends and family.
My story and journey to modeling was when people actually told me, you actually have the height, you have the figure to actually model. And I wasn't happy, I wasn't okay with it, because I actually felt there was more to modeling than just having a nice figure and being very tall. So I actually stumbled into modeling via my mom, actually. She was like, why don't you try this? And my friends around me, they cajoled me and was like, don't listen to what other people say. This is your talent and you should use it. So that was how I actually convinced myself that I can actually model. I went for castings for photo shoots. I went for castings for different modeling agencies. So that was actually how I started. Then I met a friend who was a photographer and he invited me for a photo shoot and it went well. So that was how it actually all started.
Within a year of her introduction, her face is already getting plastered on international magazines and billboards. This was definitely a result of a chance meeting with Abby Goodman, a fashion enthusiast based in Canada.
Then I was actually put in to be an ambassador during the show, during the program, because it's a skill building program. So I put in to also be an ambassador because I wanted to be an ambassador also. But there was this designer from Mexico, April Severa. She cited me and she needed me for a photo shoot. So she picked I and two other girls for the shoot. So that was how it all started. The standards are actually higher because they have more experience than other people in Nigeria that can actually put in work to actually teach and impact knowledge into different people. So these people actually came in and they already have more experience and they are global. They have this global knowledge. The standard is just not limited.
An originally timid girl who had been verbally bullied for her height has now found confidence and a voice from the very thing that made her unhappy as a child.
I actually am proud of myself for going into this because it's just been a year and I already have my pictures in different magazines at Mexico. I'm known globally already and it's just 1 year. I actually feel wonderful about it. That's given me a voice so people can actually listen to me more than when I wasn't modeling at all. Because being a model, you have this kind of respect, actually. When you are being asked, what do you do? Okay, I'm a model. People want to listen to your journey, what you go through, because Nigeria is a very conservative country and they want to know the in and out of the business. So it has given me a voice to actually put out how I feel through my social media pages.
Olanike, who hails from Osun State, understands that modeling and having your face in the public might draw unsolicited opinions and criticism from a section of the public. She, however, isn't allowing that to rain on her parade.
So it's not really a problem because we're in a new century and most models are coming out. They want to be the next Naomi Campbell, and most of them don't really care about what other people think about them, and I'm one of them.
She is currently just an editorial model. Although she hopes to be able to someday represent a big brand on the runway, she is first focusing on becoming the best version of her now, before further spreading her tentacles.